All right, here we go. All right, so Judy, thank you for being my guest. She is my loyal friend from since I was 5. Some people just do it anyway. But Judy, like me, does not drink tap water. And it's funny, I didn't realize she drinks less of it than I do. But Judy, Nican is a product that, as you know, I told you that I had done years ago.
Right.
And if you saw in the picture, you saw the garbage can, the garbage bag full of plastic bottles, right?
Right.
Okay, that's like every week and a half, I buy that much water and I take that out. And, it's funny, it's not on my door right now, it's weird. But I had run into Sherry at a networking event, and I had been looking for someone from Nican for the pillow and a couple of other things I wanted. And I didn't follow up. Then I ran into her a few months later, and she didn't think I remembered her. I said, "Oh my God, you're the Nican woman. We got to talk." So it turns out they have this waterfall. And so yeah, we met and had breakfast. She lent some things to me to try, a magnet that I can put in for my back, which I love. The pillow, 2 pillows, one pillow. I didn't even get to the second pillow because I love the pillow that I sleep on.
Okay.
And so I use that, and I'm gonna get that. And then I just decided to become a distributor, to add to my business, especially the water. I said, I know so many people who don't drink tap water. And
I don't at all.
Yeah. So when she lent me the waterfall, I was so like, I'm not drinking anything out of my tap. I didn't even take it out of my trunk. I left it in the car. So she called me and said, well, Sheila, how do you like the water? I said, well, Sherry, to tell you the truth, I'm not going to drink anything out of that tap. So, it's still in my car. And she says, okay, well, I'm going to come over and set it up for you. And I'm like, oh my God, I really don't want to drink that water. And so she came over and she set it up, and she set it up, and I drank the water, and I couldn't believe it was so good. And it had a little mineral taste. I could taste it because I'm real peculiar about my water.
Right.
And I said, oh my God, this is great. First of all, the way it looked in the water machine, which we're going to show in the waterfall, which I'm going to show you, we'll show you shortly.
Okay.
But what really blew me away, she told me, she says, oh my God, I did and she didn't even know. She says, I did what is it? I did a TikTok video, and it went, got 1 million people. She said, she's like us. I didn't know what I was doing,
It went viral?
So, yeah, it went viral. And she's got 3,800 people who want to buy the thing. She didn't even know what to do with all this from one video. But now she's going to do a little bit demonstration in a minute. But here's the thing. I love my water. And I have my waterfall. Not only do I have my waterfall, I'll say this, and I'm going to turn it over to Sherry. They also, with my order, they had these immunity pills, which are mushrooms, different complex for your immune system report. Now I'm going to start. This came with it because they have a special promotion. I'm going to start these tomorrow.
Okay.
Huh?
I said, okay, sounds good.
Yeah. But the water blew me away. And I'm going to turn, and I love, now it's funny, I wake up, I drink my water, I'm like, I love my water. Like, I keep 2 pictures of it in the refrigerator, and I keep some in the waterfall itself. It's on my sink. You'll see all that in a minute. And she's going to do a demonstration. But now we have one computer today. So I'm going to introduce you to Sherry Danzig and let her talk. All right.
Okay.
And Judy, we are recording.
Hi,
Hi,
Judy.
Sherry. How are you?
I want to come visit. I want to be friends, so you'll invite me to come visit.
Okay, you come on over. You're my friend. Come on over.
Okay, good. So just to tell for you and for anybody else that's listening to the recording, I've been in wellness for over 30 years. I've been a massage therapist for that long. I've been partnered with this company, Nican, for over 25 years. And the reason I joined Niken 25 plus years ago was because I had a hurting back, and as a massage therapist, not a good combination, right, to be doing a lot of body work. And I was the mother of 3 young girls, and I was looking for a way to solve my back issue, and getting massage all the time and chiropractic helped, but I was hurting. I still hurt days after. So I was looking for something. And when I was introduced to this, the person I spoke to that I believed, not the friend that introduced me to it, because he didn't know anything about wellness really, except that he saw the products work. But I talked to another massage therapist, and I was willing to listen to her. She was a complete stranger. And that was over 25 years ago. And back then we didn't have the water, we just had the magnets. So, but I bought a mattress topper, sight unseen, no internet to look it up. I didn't know anybody but these people. And I just took a leap of faith because I was so desperate to stop hurting. And because I was taking all this Motrin because my back was hurting so much. So that's my story into this. And, you know, I was very skeptical at first. I didn't know anything about magnets, but I just kept seeing the products. They work for me. I saw them work on so many people. I just introduced it to friends and family and clients. I knew tons of people that were hurting because they were my clients, right? And on and on and on. 25 years, I could sit here for hours and tell you stories. So the water came in, I don't know, five years later after I joined, maybe not even that long. And so this company, Niken, their whole philosophy is about creating a wellness environment where we live. They call it a wellness home. And it makes sense because we all know we live in a toxic world. We all are aware to some degree that there's so many chemicals we're exposed to. There's so many toxins. You know, there's got to be a reason why cancer is like 1 out of 2 people get in their lifetime. I mean, it was not anywhere near that, 50, 60 years ago. And so this company offers these really tremendous, easy to use solutions that it's all about creating this protective environment, this safe haven of your home. And so they address things like energy, like the magnets. There's sleep products. Like I said, that's what introduced me to sleeping on magnets, which we're not going to get into tonight, but they do have things that are phenomenal for creating a really, well, you were talking about the pillow. So that's one part of it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the company is all about integrity, and they have, they started in Japan almost 50 years ago. And so, they've stuck around for a long time, and it's because the products work. They impact people's lives, and people love them. They fall in love with them. And so it's just something that I did along with my massage practice. Eventually I sold my massage practice, and this is pretty much what I do. I'm starting a coaching business on the side just because I like to change it up. But when the water came along, I started studying water. And, a lot of people are focused on water now. And of course, the whole bottled water industry is pretty new. It hasn't been around for that many years, but it's like sitting on a spike or something. It bothers me, bottled water companies, because they can say anything they want, and they often lie. And even if it's really good, if it's a good quality of bottled water, you can't take out the fact that the bottling process can create also some toxins. So when they've done these big studies of bottled water, from the cheap bottles up to the designer, cost $8, $10
$5 a bottle.
Yeah, right? They still, out of that, a third of them had chemicals in it, they had microplastics. They might have arsenic in it, and they think it's the bottling process. The BPA, the plastic itself, can leach chemicals that can mess up your hormones. And then a fourth of the bottles that they tested were actually tap water. They weren't even filtered.
Right?
waters. So it just bothers me. And it's like, I'm on this campaign. I refuse to buy bottled water. So anyhow, the water has been a really big mainstay, and the company is done very well in Latin America, Panama being one of the countries. And out of all of the products Niken has, because they have lots of products, probably over 100 products, 80% of what is sold in Latin America, just for interest, is the water products. And it's because In Latin America, they don't have safe choices. I don't think we have great choices in the US either. We have pretty bad water that comes out of the tap. So,
Absolutely.
you know, and that's the TikTok video I did, just trying to educate people about, you know, what do you do? And I have people respond and they go, well, if you can't drink tap and you don't drink bottle, what do you do? The simple thing, it's simple, it's economical, and it's the safest way because you're doing it yourself, is to filter your own water, right? So that's what we're going to talk about, is filtering your own water. But here's the difference. The comparison is, because there's lots of filters out there, there's lots of choices. You can spend $50, $60 maybe. I don't know what a Brita costs, but I'm going to think it's about like that. You can spend $5,000, right? And that's this other company that's out of Japan that, so you can get very sophisticated and something in between the Kangen water. But what I love about Nikken is that their whole philosophy with all their products, it's all about bringing Mother Nature into our homes. So the wellness home, it's about harnessing nature's energy. And the way that they created this water, the technology of it is that it's called Pi water, Pi, P-I, which means living water. Pi means living in Japanese. And it was, Nikken did not discover Pi water, but scientists and botanists in Japan did. And then Nikken took that technology and they created this whole water system. And so it's Pi Mag because there's a magnetic influence. So how do you get water that's living? Well, it's taking tap water, and you're going to see Sheila's system in just a second, but it's taking tap water and then it runs it through the filter and it's transforming the water. So it's not just about filtering the water, and that's what you get with a Brita system or the Pure or whatever, the simpler systems, refrigerator filters. It's simply filtering to some degree. Now, our system filters 10 times more than what is considered the industry. So, but it's not just about what you take out of the water, it's also what you put back in. And Nikken is all about Mother Nature. So they studied in Japan, Pi water was discovered because they saw how plants were flourishing in a certain region of the country. And they studied what was natural in that area. And so this system has created that, has replicated that. So you're not just getting filtered water, it's filtered really, really well. Quite frankly, there's other filters out there that also filter pretty well, but they don't put anything back in. And so you're left with water, like reverse osmosis water is acidic, it doesn't have any minerals, it doesn't have any energy. So let's go over and let's look at this water system so you can see it.
Any questions so far, Judy?
Yes, I have one, Sherry.
Oh,
You
shoot.
said that it has a magnetic aspect to the purification process, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Now, for someone going through chelation, say in cancer treatments or something like that, or cardiac treatments, would that interfere with their chelation treatments or no?
No, this company is incredibly conservative. And so so they would have, and the water products have been out for, you know, more than 20 years. So there's it's completely safe. There's absolutely no contraindication with this water. So we're going to we're in Sheila's kitchen. So here's the water system here. I hope you can see it. And can you see it?
Wow, yes, that's pretty large. Wow.
I love my water.
So it is, it's not a small system, but it's also, it's designed to go, it'll fit right up our counter.
Wait a minute, you're breaking up, Sherry. I can't understand you.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, here we go.
Can you hear it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, super. Okay. So you put tap water in the top.
Let me just show her.
So you just fill it up there. And it goes through the filter.
The filter's right here, but you can just put it in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it comes down. You see the water?
I see it. I see it. Yeah, I see it rising.
Then it comes down here.
So it filters through, it comes through the filter. And in the filter, there's multiple stages of filtering. But doing that really good job of taking out all the impurities.
Sherry, I'm losing you again. It
Okay,
sounds like,
just come a little bit more. Okay,
Okay.
there we
yeah,
go.
okay.
Okay. So it not only does it take out all the stuff, it filters it really well, but it
Okay.
has material in the filter that pH balances the water. So the water
Okay.
is in that sweet spot of alkalinity. Now, it's not
Okay.
about drinking super alkaline water. It's drinking water that's slightly alkaline, because that's what offsets the acidity that is in our diets.
Right, right. You need a balance.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay.
So it's between 8.5 and 9.5. So,
Okay.
so it's pH balanced, it's ionized, and the ions are part of what's in the filter. And that's what gives it that living process, that living. Okay, I want to be sure somebody wasn't coming in. So, so the living aspect of the ions is charged particles. So it's like eating food that's living, right? You can eat
Okay.
processed food, or you can eat organic, living,
Right,
raw food.
living thought, raw foods, absolutely.
So
Okay.
water, just like they say, you are what you eat. I think you are what you drink as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yes,
Right.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
So, so it's ionized water, and then what you might not be able to see, there's mineral stones in the bottom here, and they stay in the part where you dispense the water from. And there's 17 trace minerals. They are natural minerals that then they put together in mineral stones. So they manufacture them, but they're natural occurring. They're not manufactured minerals. 17 trace minerals, what we need, like magnesium and coral calcium, zinc, and on and on. And then it passes through a magnet as you dispense it. And what the magnet does is it restructures the water. So what I mean by that is we understand that water is H2O, but water molecules blob up together. And if you've ever drank a lot of water at one time and you felt like it was sloshing around in your stomach, you should not feel full from water, but you can, some water will make you feel full.
Okay.
This water, it penetrates, it's more bioavailable. So that magnetic field makes the water clusters, it declusters. So you hydrate better. And that's what we want. And we want it to get in and do what hydration is supposed to do.
Right.
So
Okay.
the thing that's interesting about this is that you can feel the difference when you drink this water.
Yeah. I love my wine. I love my coffee. The coffee tastes different.
Yeah, that's the
You're
alkalinity.
somebody who's sensitive enough. You would notice it. You would notice the difference right away.
Okay.
I mean, I noticed it immediately.
Yeah.
I don't have any more bottles of water. And I used to buy a couple of gallons for my cooking.
So, yeah, so I want to bring this point out because she was the first person. I've been talking about water for a couple of decades, right?
Okay.
I would say to people, if you're buying bottled water, you probably aren't going to open up your expensive bottled water when you're washing your fruits and vegetables or you're cooking. Sheila's the first person that said, yeah, I do that.
I do too. I wash my vegetables in it.
Okay.
Yes.
But I actually cook. Like if I'm boiling water for spaghetti, I open a gallon of water.
Yeah.
I keep 2 or 3 gallons of water in my bottled water.
Yeah. Most people would not do that. And so one of the demos that I'd like to do real quick is to show you, because municipal water, and I don't know about Panama, I don't think it does have chlorine in it, but in the States, North America, they put chlorine. Chlorine is a necessary evil. It's an evil, I call it, because it's a toxin. It's necessary because there's so much bacteria in our water that if you don't do that, you have all sorts of bacteria.
You have all sorts of yuck in it, correct.
We'll get sick from that, right? But you don't want to drink chlorinated water because the chlorine, first of all, it tastes terrible, but it also has, when chlorine mixes with anything organic like our living bodies, it creates the byproduct is a carcinogen. So it's creating cancer.
It's creating it.
So, it's like people will buy organic fruits and vegetables and then they open their tap water to wash it off and they've kind of undone the benefit of buying organics. So I'm going to show you a real quick test. I'm going to show you how quickly, if you use tap water. So I'm just filling up.
Can you see it?
So I just filled up tap. and I'm going to split it. So it's
Okay.
50-50. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to take, these are swimming pool drops that you just test chlorine in swimming pool.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to put 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the test that went viral. I mean, this is the video I did that went viral.
Okay.
Okay.
See how yellow it is?
I see it's turning yellow. Yes.
That's chlorine. Okay. Now I'm going to set them aside. This one here came from the same glass. I'm not going to add the drops right away. I cut
Okay.
a slice of cucumber. I'm putting the cucumber in here, and I'm just going to count to 10.
Okay.
Okay, so I just put the cucumber in there. Now I'm going to look. This is not just yellow; it's orange.
It's
Looks like
yes.
pee.
Ew. Yes.
Gross. Okay, I'm going to put 5 drops in this glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to swirl. That's how
Okay.
fast the chlorine went into the cucumber. Look at the difference.
Wow.
See? So
Yes.
that's pretty.
Yes.
So that's showing you right there how quickly it's absorbed. So you're right to not cook with tap water. So when
Right.
you have the water system right here, now here's the thing. This costs you invest in the water system, and
Uh-huh.
then the upkeep is you change the filter out every 3 to 4 months, and you change the mineral stones once a year. And
Okay.
it's about 25 cents a gallon. That's
For your water.
that's what it costs for the upkeep.
For the upkeep. Okay. Okay.
So it's very cost effective to have water that not only filters super well, it pH balances the water, and I'll show you that real quick. I'm going to just put some water in here from her water system.
Okay.
You can see this, and I'm just filling it up with some water. The other tester is to test pH drops. So this is a swimming pool kit also. And if it turns a really pretty pink, it's nice and alkaline. So we're gonna do 5 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna swirl. And when it turns this nice pretty pink, that's in that sweet spot. So that's probably about 9.
Okay. So that's what you want. You want it to turn a pinkish color.
That's
Okay.
right. We want pink. Okay, now I'm gonna pick on Dasani because we live in Atlanta and they're all about Coke. So I'm gonna pour out about the same amount of water. It looks about even.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just take, this is Dasani, 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Swirl.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. Ew. Okay.
So we don't know, we're not doing a chemist test. We don't know, we can't test everything like the studies where they tested what's in bottled water.
Right. Right.
That one with me.
But you can see the pH. So, and I've tested bottles that say they're alkaline. They'll even say they're like 9.0, and then you test it because it's very easy. Anybody can test it. You just have to get the drops.
Mhm.
And I'll test it, and it'll come out like yellow or very light pink. Light pink is like neutral. So
Right.
anyhow, so this water system for 25 cents a gallon filters it 10 times more than what's out there. Truly, it's filtering because you're watching it happen, right?
Right.
And
Right.
it's independently certified. It ionizes the water, so it adds energy to the water. It adds the minerals to it. It microclusters it, so it hydrates better. So it's doing all these things to the water. It's a great system.
Does it do the same thing with the
Smart water is slightly better, but it's not as acidic, but it's still, it's not good. So, I mean, I've tested all sorts of bottled water. So anyhow, this is Sheila's launch because she fell in love with the water, and so this is.
I love the water. And I'm about are we done over there with the demo? Okay, we're coming back over here to my table.
Okay.
I don't know. Judy, wait, any more questions? Because then.
I was going to ask,
He
the
has a
water, I'm
filter.
assuming, comes out the same temperature that you put it in from your sink, correct? There's nothing that makes it colder or warmer. It just comes out the same way you poured in.
It does.
Okay.
Oh, Nancy Clyde
that-
is jumping on early. Okay.
Huh?
Oh, is that your friend? No, I think that's, okay. So it comes in, hey, Nancy, you're a little early, but we're doing a water presentation. Anyhow, so it comes out the water, the temperature of your tap water, because you're just putting tap water through it. Some people want cold water, and if they want cold water, you can do what Sheila's doing. So you can do that.
I can't hear you, Sheila.
I said, I have 2 pitchers of cold water in the refrigerator right now because I
Okay.
like cold water.
So you pour the cold water in your purifier and it comes out cold.
No,
so you can drink it.
No, I get a pitcher and, oh, we should have showed her how it, you can lift the water, pick it up and the water comes faster.
Okay.
And to dispense the water, and I put a pitcher under there. I put 2 pitchers under there every day, and then I put that water in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. So you don't start off with your tap water, refrigerate it, and then pour the tap water
No.
Okay,
No,
can you do that? Can that be done?
Sure.
I can't hear you.
The other thing that you could, can you hear me now?
Move it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The other thing that you can do is you can actually put ice in the top of when you're filtering the water, put some tap water and then add some ice to it.
Okay, the ice being done with the purified water though, correct? You're not using tap. Okay, I was gonna say that defeats the purpose.
Well, you're using tap water, but you're putting the ice at the top. So what goes through the filter, it's just going to be colder water going through.
Okay.
But what Sheila does is she runs the tap water through the filter, collects the water in a pitcher. So it's when she collects it, it's the filtered ionized pH
ionized water. Okay.
And then she puts it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And chills it and drinks it from there.
I like cold water.
Okay, and it remains purified. There's nothing in the, there's nothing that can transform the water because it's being held for such a while, or, I mean, it stays the same way it comes out.
Yep, it does. It doesn't change anything.
And you can tell in the taste. And then Judy had the filter for her little water that she carries around, but this is their filter in this bottle.
Okay. In that bottle, okay.
And then you can carry this.
Yeah, you just fill up any source of water. Judy, and there's a straw here, and here's the straw, and then you just sip the water. You tilt it up and
yes, and it goes through the filter. Yes,
it pushes it through. And this is a very significant filter, and this pH balances the water just like the other. It doesn't add all the minerals. But it's an option. The other thing I just brought out here just to show you is we also have a shower filter. We actually have a handheld, and this is the wall filter.
Wow, okay.
And the reason that they do that is because our skin is our biggest organ. And when you get under a hot shower, your pores open up and all that stuff we don't want to drink, it goes into your
skin. Right.
So just like that cucumber absorbed it, if I had put my fingers in that water before I put the drops, it would do the same thing. It would absorb it very quickly. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, the big question then would be, Sherry, how much does the system cost? So I don't know what it costs in Panama. I have to look it up. Okay. We'll look it up and we'll get to you on that.
Oh, okay.
Now, will the accessories, not the accessories, the filter, the refill filter and the replacement rocks and that sort of thing, are those easily available here in Panama as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very easy. They distribute through either Mexico or Colombia, but very easy. Sheila can, so for everyone that's listening, what you will do is send information to Sheila, and it costs nothing and you're not obligated to anything for her to sign you up as a customer. Just make sure you're a registered customer under Sheila. And then you can shop. And so what she'll do is we'll send, she can sign you up as a customer, even though, you're in a different country, it's no big deal. And we'll send the information for you for the cost.
Okay, all right.
It's, yeah, it's,
How much is it in the US?
so it's $468 in the US. And
468,
48.
and that's not included, and how much are the filters and the rocks, the replacement rocks, replacement mineral stones and the filters?
Right,
That
so
you
the
have to do
mineral
2 or 3.
stones, the mineral stones you replace once a year, and here in the States, they're about $35, I want to say.
Hold on, but here,
Okay.
the mineral rocks and the, with it.
Right,
The
I'm
mineral
sorry,
rock-
I can't
The
hear.
mineral rocks and the filter comes with it.
Okay, so that comes with the initial kit, that comes
Yeah.
together, that comes with it, and it has to be replaced. The filter has to be replaced 2 to 3 months, and the rocks once a year,
The
The mineral
filter,
stones.
3 months.
about
3 months, okay.
yeah, 3.
It depends on how much you use it.
That's right.
See, most
Okay.
people are a family with 5 like that, or
Okay, they
3.
use it more often.
So it's you and Aaron, you may not use it as much. So every 3, maybe 3.5 months for the filter. And even with my rocks, she set mine up because I
Yeah,
and-
I love you, Sheila, yes.
yeah, and she
It's not hard.
it's not,
And
but
we can walk you through it. There's videos,
Okay,
instructions, and
yeah,
I'm happy to walk you through it as well.
yeah. But there's the rocks. She didn't put all the rocks in mine, so she didn't put all the rocks in mine.
okay, so
At
you
one
have some left
time.
over.
I have
Okay,
some that, yeah, I can use the next time, and I still may need to order them, but that's like the end of the year.
okay.
But you,
Okay.
yeah. So
Another question, one more question. If I were to, I know a lot of the times they tell you can't leave your bottled water in the car, under the sun for any length of time and that sort of thing. Now, if I were to, my husband and I walk a lot, along the beach, we walk a lot. And I usually bring a bottle of water with me as I walk because it's extremely hot here. So I usually bring bottled water with me. If I want to fill my bottles with these sterilized, the purified water,
Mhm.
is the bottle going to cause any of the leakage or the breakdown of the water, or?
So you want to get a bottle, and you can order this online that's BPA free, that like Nalgene is a brand.
Okay.
So the plastic in this bottle and the plastic that is made from the water system is plant-based. It does not leach any chemicals.
No chemicals.
No
Okay.
chemicals. The reason that they talk about a bottle of water being out in the sun is because those plastics are designed to be recycled. Of course, they will sit in a landfill for like 500 years.
Right.
But and that does have chemicals because they make it very cheaply. And the cheaper the bottle, the cheaper the plastic.
And they make it so they can break down more quickly. So the chemicals, yeah, okay, I get it.
Right.
Okay.
But it's also because they're making it very inexpensively. They don't want to spend a lot of money for it.
Right.
This is
right.
not a single use bottle. Of course, the water system, the filter itself is obviously not single use. So it's a plant-based, it doesn't leach any chemicals. So as long as you capture the water and you put it in a bottle that is also of a high grade plastic, then you're not
Okay.
going to have any problem. It's, yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
I
And
think we should stop the recording and then we can keep answering questions, but let's hit the stop recording.
that's fine.
I'll show you.
I just can't see
No, what happened here?
the screen that's
It's
here,
all,
let's see. It
all the way up. There you
yeah.
go. That's
where's record?